This is BBC One in the Northwest. Now the news with George Alagiah, Sian Williams and Gordon Burns.
At 6 o'clock, these are tonight's top stories. On his way to Britain and facing flack on two fronts, the war in Iraq and trade. On the Bush beat, London prepares for an unprecedented security operation. Born hundreds of miles from home because the local hospital couldn't handle the specialist care.
Tonight, Margaret Gilmore is at Buckingham Palace with more on that huge security operation surrounding the President's visit. The Sohan trial, the prosecution claims that Ian Huntley said the girls were dead a few days after they went missing. And the curse of the albatross, why it and thousands of other animals are flying towards extinction.
And in the Northwest, she was tortured and set on fire with petrol. 11 years on, one of the men jailed for her murder seeks early release. And an unofficial strike by postal workers in Oldham is over.
Good evening and welcome to the 6 o'clock news. First tonight, George Bush's state visit. Within the next couple of hours, Air Force One will touch down on British soil. Prince Charles will be there to greet the President and his wife Laura. It's the start of the first ever full state visit by an American president. A recognition.
Now let's have a look at the time. It's just after 6:15.
And a reminder of tonight's top story. George Bush will arrive in Britain tonight to begin a three-day state visit. He's likely to face tough questions on Iraq and trade.
And later in the programme, no minister. The government tells its man at the Rugby World Cup to come home. And Fergie and the multi-million-pound racehorse, why the Manchester United manager is taking it to court.
And in Northwest tonight at 6:30, how the boom in demand for organic food is bringing home the bacon for many of the region's hill farmers. And how do you avoid children pestering you for Christmas presents you can't afford? The advice that is on hand.
For over a year now, people in Northern Ireland have been without their own regional government. It was suspended last year amid allegations of IRA spies inside the Northern Ireland office. Now, elections are scheduled for next week. And it's nearly 6:30. We'll have the latest on the top stories just before 7.
Yes, do stay with us. Before that, though, time to join the BBC's news teams across the United Kingdom. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back. George Bush's state visit will begin shortly when Air Force One touches down on British soil. Prince Charles will be there to greet the President and his wife Laura. It's the start of the first ever full state visit by an American president and a recognition of the historical ties between the two countries. But there are tensions. The war on Iraq and a growing row over trade will dominate the talks. The Sohan trial has heard that 3 days after Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman went missing, Ian Huntley told a witness they were dead. He denies the murders. His ex-girlfriend, Maxine Carr, denies conspiring to pervert the course of justice and assisting an offender. In California, police have carried out a search of Michael Jackson's home. It's understood the authorities there issued a search warrant for his Neverland ranch in relation to what police are describing as a criminal investigation. Thousands of people have gathered in Rome for the funerals of the 19 Italians killed in Iraq. Shops and offices around the country fell silent as Italians marked the worst military loss of life since the end of the Second World War. And that's it for now. There's going to be an update on all the day's stories in the 7 o'clock news. That's over on BBC Three. Hugh is going to be here at 10. Bye-bye for now.